Hey YouTube, how you doing today? I want to talk to you about my CCW license. I just got it in the mail about a year ago. This is gonna be my first video actually. So, well, first let me show you my license. This is pretty much what it's gonna look like in the mail when you get it from the Florida Department of Agriculture. If you can see it here. But anyway, this is pretty much what it looks like. Now with this thing, I can carry my gun anywhere I want to, pretty much, with common sense, of course. Pretty much carry on a regular basis. I don't let my friends or anybody know that I have one, for the simple purpose they might think they're tough now. They might want to try to start shit with other people, and maybe they think I'm gonna have their back. I pretty much don't tell anybody I have a license on me. I mean, I pretty much don't let anybody know that I carry a gun on me. It's always concealed. When I first started carrying my gun, I was a little nervous. I always felt like people are looking at me because, you know, of the bulge on the side of the pants. I'm always afraid of printing, so I don't want to get in trouble. But after a while, you should get pretty comfortable carrying a gun around you. Like I said, I carry my gun on me pretty much all the time. Always make sure I have my driver's license and my CCW. That's probably one of the first things I did when I moved here from Brooklyn, New York. Moved to Florida a few years ago. Love the laws here. Love the police. I love everything about everything. Like I said, my number one thing is I love having my concealed license. That was definitely a must to get if you don't have any felonies and if you don't have any record. You cannot get a CCW license if you are a convicted felon, if you have order of protection against you, or injunctions. Meaning you got into a domestic violence argument, fight, you got arrested, your girlfriend got a restraining order against you. You cannot get a CCW then. I think you might be able to get one if you got a disposition letter from the court stating that all charges have been dropped or dismissed. Other than that, they're not going to give you a license when you have an injunction or a restraining order against you. It's not going to happen. And me personally, I'm glad it's not going to happen. There's no need for anybody to be carrying a gun who is violent, who has violent tendencies, who wants to harm others or maybe put some harm in themselves. It's not the way to go about it, and definitely there's going to be a thorough background check ran on you. I think I paid around $100-something to get my CCW. I got it from the Florida Department of Agriculture, and I filled out a form pretty much online. I sent it in along with my fingerprints, a couple other things, and I got it within, like, I'll have to say, a week and a half, 8 days, something like that. But I'm very happy with it. Like I said, I carry it around with me all the time. I love it. So that's pretty much it. Now, I showed you my license. This is what the CCW looks like. Another good thing about this is, believe it or not, is I got pulled over a couple of times already before. And, you know, I'll provide my driver's license and my CCW right away before the cop even asked me, do I have any weapons, guns, or drugs on me. I gave it to them right away. My first time I got pulled over was for a speeding ticket. And I got pulled over and I handed him my license, and he said, where's your gun? I said, it's in my waist. My gun's always loaded, always one in the chamber. I don't really believe in walking around with a gun that's not chambered. If shit hits the fan, you're not gonna have time to cock it, pull it back, load it, and then shoot it. It's one of those things, life or death situation, where you would only pull out your gun if you absolutely felt that you are in danger. Other than that, there's no reason to pull out your gun if you're not going to use it. The reason being is the gun can be used against you. But like I said, the one good thing about this, which I thought was pretty interesting, was I got pulled over. I handed him this. I'm over my driver's license, and you know, it was a speeding ticket, and he took my paperwork, went back to the car, waited in the car for about 10-15 minutes, came back and gave me a warning saying for me not to speed and to be more careful next time. Gave me back my IDs, my driver's license, insurance registration, and my CW, and he actually let me go on my way home. Gave me no tickets, so I thought that was pretty cool. Actually, that happened to me like 4 times. I believe this might have been part of it. They look at you like you're a good Samaritan, a good citizen, and they possibly might not want to fuck with you. Or I was just lucky and I had some fortunate cops. Unfortunately, not every cop out there is nice. Most cops are fucking assholes, pieces of shit, authoritative, and they would like to abuse your power more than they need to. So that's pretty much it. I just wanted to make a video on it. This is my first video actually. And for you people that are going to get a CCW, if you live in Florida, by all means go ahead and get one. If you don't have no felonies, you're not a convict, never been in prison. If you have any charges on you, gun charges, possession of cocaine and crack, any kind of felonies, domestic violence, injunctions, restraining orders, you're not going to be eligible for one. And you gotta understand where the court system and the law enforcement agencies coming from. You don't want anybody carrying a gun that's possibly dangerous, psycho, mentally disturbed, or something's wrong with you in the fucking head. But so I carry that, and my type of gun that I like to carry is a Sigma 9mm Smith & Wesson. Holds 12 in the gun with 1 chamber. So altogether it's 12 with the 1 in the chamber. Without the chamber it would be 11 in the clip. This is my little leather case that I carry it. Very nice, comfortable leather. Beautiful, wonderful case. I got it for about $43. It's a Wayne Creations holster anyway. This is the imprint of it, if I can see it. Let me see it. Anyway, great case, and this is my gun actually. It's a Sigma Smith & Wesson 9mm. Yes, it is chrome, as you can see. Where is it? I don't see it. Smith & Wesson. I don't know if you can see that. It's so shiny it might be reflecting. But yeah, this is my gun. It's a Sigma 9mm Smith & Wesson chrome. Very nice gun. For your gun fanatics, I'm gonna pull my clip out so you can see. As you can see, I do use hollow point bullets. My gun is always chambered. Now you might be wondering why my gun is so shiny and so chromed out. Well, I got a solution for that too. When I first got my gun, now here it is. I'll just show everybody that it is empty. Nothing in the chamber. It's actually, there we go. Nothing in the chamber. This is also chromed out. The whole piece is actually very chrome. Nice chrome Smith & Wesson. Love this gun. Got it for about $300 up in Daytona. Bucks Guns or Bucks Racks, something like that. I got 2 clips for this. Good Smith & Wesson clip, chromed out, very shiny. You could actually see your own reflection in it. It's so shiny. Now, what I do is, probably not everybody does this, but I don't like to touch my gun or my clip with my fingerprints. I believe the oils or the oil residue can maybe dull up the coloring of it, maybe make it rust. I'm not sure. I heard somewhere or I read somewhere that it's not going to get your fingerprints on the clip and the gun itself and all that stuff. Should always wipe it down. I have a cotton fiber cloth that I got from Walmart. I got 2 of these for about like $8 or something. I like to wipe it down like this. Have my gun always wiped down, and when I put it in the clip, I will always hold with a rag and push it over in. I'm not gonna load it up right now, of course, safety reasons, but I like to do this. Occasionally wipe it down. Now, originally when I got this gun, it was a little bit stale metal, kinda like it was steel. It wasn't as shiny. It had a like dull look to it. So I did some more further research, and I went to Advanced Auto Parts, and I bought this thing. It's a polish. It's called Mag's Aluminum Polish. I got it for about, I believe it was $9 or something, maybe $12. Anyway, what you do is you would take a nice little cloth, something cotton, take a little dab, start polishing it on the gun, so to speak, like this, like if this was the gun. Start polishing it up a little bit. You'll start seeing some residue coming off it, dark residue. Take another clean corner, you dip it in your mother's polish, Meg an aluminum polish, dip it, rub it. It took me about an hour or so to make this look shiny. A thorough cleaning. So you can pretty much do that with any clip, as long as stainless steel metal, you can do it. Same thing goes with gun. This took me about, I would have to say, almost like 2 days or so. I literally took this off, took the slide off, took this piece individually off. This comes off completely. As you can see, I got these two little buttons right here on the gun. Pull them down on both sides. This little thing right here, pull them down, this whole thing slides right off. Slides off, and this comes out separately, and polished it up. So, love my gun, love everything about it. This is probably the only piece I actually carry on me. There's no need for me to carry two guns, one on my ankle, one on my hip. It's overkill to have that many guns on me. Like I said, my gun is always concealed. People don't know about it, they don't know I have it. So, you know, first when I got my CCW, I was nervous carrying around. I would walk by cops. I would always wonder if I'm printing. I'll be wondering, do they know that I have a gun? Always get worried and paranoid. Not so much paranoid, just maybe don't want to get harassed or pretty much harassed or violated. I don't want my Second Amendment, my Fourth Amendment right being violated. I do believe in the right to bear arms. I think everybody should have the right to bear arms. It's just good to have. You never know when shit can hit the fan. And it will hit the fan when you least expect it. So the best bet is just to be safe out there. Get yourself a CCW if you want one, if you believe in guns and you believe in the things they do, and you're on your way. Don't believe in our citizens being disarmed, and the only people allowed to have guns are the cops and the military and whatever, because unfortunately there's a lot of crooked people out there, and they shouldn't be the only ones that can have guns on. There's a lot of crooked people out there, and there's no reason for it. I think all citizens need to bear arms and have the right to defend themselves. Thank you for listening, and please leave any comments if you would like. Don't leave any negative comments either. This is my first video. Figured just give a quick shout out to YouTube, and just wanted to share my little thing, my experience with my gun and my CCW, and maybe give some tips to somebody who might have some questions. Please feel free to comment me, and have a good day.